The entire bank fell silent when the wealthy owner laughed at the sight of an elderly woman standing near the reception desk with worn-out shoes, a faded coat, and trembling hands wrapped around an old cloth bag. Customers turned their heads, employees exchanged uncomfortable glances, and no one imagined that within the next hour, the truth hidden behind that humble appearance would change every life inside the building forever. What began as a moment of humiliation was about to become a lesson that no one present would ever forget. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and treating every person with dignity no matter how they look, please take a moment to like this video, share it with others, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more emotional stories that remind people that compassion still matters. It was a cold Monday morning in Chicago, and the downtown branch of Harrison National Bank was busier than usual. Richard Harrison, the bank's owner, was a man known for his success and luxurious lifestyle. His expensive suits, luxury cars, and powerful connections had earned him admiration from many people, but over the years, success had slowly replaced humility in his heart. Employees feared disappointing him, and customers often whispered about his arrogance. To Richard, appearances meant everything, and he judged people quickly. That morning, 82-year-old Margaret Evans entered the bank quietly. Time had painted wrinkles across her face, and age had slowed her steps, but her eyes still carried warmth and dignity. She lived alone in a small apartment and preferred simple clothes that she had worn for years. Most people who saw her assumed she was struggling financially. Yet Margaret never complained. She spent her days helping neighbors, feeding stray animals, and volunteering at shelters. Kindness had always been her greatest wealth. As Margaret approached the service desk, some customers looked away impatiently. A few employees assumed she had come to ask for financial assistance. One young teller politely asked how she could help, but before the conversation could continue, Richard Harrison happened to walk by. Seeing the elderly woman and her old bag, he frowned. In front of employees and customers, he made remarks that caused several people to lower their heads in embarrassment. To him, she was just another poor old woman wasting everyone's time. Margaret remained calm, but the sadness in her eyes revealed the pain caused by being judged so harshly. Standing nearby was Daniel Brooks, a 36-year-old single father raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Daniel worked as a maintenance technician for the bank. Life had not been easy for him since losing his wife to illness years earlier. He worked long hours and struggled to balance work with raising his daughter, but despite his hardships, he had never lost his compassion. Daniel recognized Margaret immediately. Every weekend, he and Lily volunteered at a community kitchen where Margaret had spent years serving meals to homeless families. She had often brought extra food for Lily and treated Daniel like family when life seemed overwhelming. Seeing Margaret humiliated awakened something inside him. Memories flooded his mind of the countless times she had quietly helped others without expecting anything in return. Daniel knew that people inside the bank were seeing only old clothes and a worn bag. They had no idea about the woman hidden behind those appearances. Gathering his courage, Daniel stepped forward. Although only an employee with little authority, he could not remain silent. The room became quiet as he respectfully defended Margaret and spoke about the kindness she had shown to struggling families. Some employees listened with surprise, while Richard Harrison remained unimpressed. He believed sentiment meant nothing compared to wealth and status. But what Daniel said next changed the atmosphere completely.